And we are live. Good evening, everybody. Hello, welcome to the channel. This is Beyond Authentic Health. Welcome to the Losers Club here on Beyond Authentic Health. I'm Lisa.
I'm Ruffus.
I've just realised you're not quite in shot enough.
Am I not?
I know, right? That's better.
That's because I am disappearing. I'm such a loser.
You are disappearing as we speak. Good evening to Ed. Good evening to Linda. Good evening to Dormouse. Hello, me ducks. Don't forget, thank you, Ed. Could you please, on your way in, can you do the YouTubey things? So what we mean by the YouTubey things is, could you possibly hit that like button? What does that look like? The like button, what is it?
Well,
it's a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And also, you know your little bell for subscriptions? Can you press that? There you go. Press that and change your settings to all,
so you
please.
don't miss any of our videos.
No, we've got loads of stuff coming up for you.
Loads of stuff.
We've actually got, good evening, Karen Fraser. Hello, how is everybody today? We've actually got a really interesting stream for you today, we hope. We're starting, now, you watch, I'm about to say it. You know I'm about to jinx the whole bloody thing, aren't you? I think I've got the buttons working. I think I've got everything sorted. I think everything is going well today, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Famous last words, I know, but hopefully I was up till 3 o'clock, nearly 3:30 this morning, getting this sorted. So hopefully it's going to work. So we've got.
You were, weren't you?
I really was. I really was. I've in theory everything has been updated and made a little bit better. Our little intro.
A bit better.
That's somebody at the door.
That'll be my...
Are you going to go and grab your parcel?
2 seconds.
All right, you go and grab your parcel. Well, while you do that, I'll say hello to people coming in. Good evening, Christina Scott. Give you a little wave. Good evening, Rachel Beresford and the parrot, although I'm not sure the parrot's with you right now. Dormouse, also Ed and Linda, plus anyone else who joins. I have whacked the like button. Don't do it too hard. Don't break the button. Follow your nature. Good evening to you. Love watching you make recipes. Thank you. It's a little bit chaotic, to be honest, sometimes, but you know, we do our best. We do our best. The reason, listen, I have filmed last week's Choosey. It's going to be an interesting one, but we have filmed it, and it will be going up tomorrow. I've also filmed another version of the korma recipe because we made it again, and the reason we do the little updates on the recipes is because, as you all know, quite often our recipes don't go 100% according to plan. And I like leaving all of that in. And when we get something and we eat it and it tastes bland, we are going to tell you. Because the channel's called Beyond Authentic. And also, like, what's the point in me saying, oh, this dinner was so lovely, oh, we really enjoyed it, when actually it didn't taste of hardly anything. If you're going to go and cook that, all you're going to say is, bloody hell, that Lisa and that Ruffus off that bloody YouTube, they didn't have to lie. They said this was really delicious and it's no flavour. That's why. And also, we do sometimes do a full-on clean down of the kitchen before we film. Sometimes. Okay? So there are some occasions where Ruffus will go, oh, I can't cook like this. Not on video. And I'm much more likely to go, let's do the show here. Do you know what I mean? Right? Ruffus is more the prep. So Ruffus is the one that will go, I'll just clean the walls, make sure everything is, and I'll just go, sod it, it's how we live. So hopefully all that makes sense. I'm going to go into, while we're doing the introductions and everything, how has everybody been this week? We've had a really good week in terms of what we've been eating. Right, the mango korma curry dish. Listen, I will tell you about that, right? I've got a video. Let me go into my YouTube because I can have a look on the YouTube as to exactly when there's an update coming. Let me just double check when it is scheduled for. Oh, thank you. Oh, look, we've just had the delivery of our cans of pop. Not that we drink a gallon of it.
No.
Oh, I just realised when you were talking, I didn't mute your microphone.
Oh, hello to the lady. Oh, these are big ones. And I said, oh, yes, they are. I know, right?
That's funny. That's really funny.
That's because she went, it was a big parcel.
Oh.
I said, yes, it was.
Oh. So, you've got big ones.
Yes, she did.
Mm.
They were very big.
No, not that, dear.
What?
Right, so it's scheduled for the 23rd of June, but I can always bring it forward because we redid the korma. We redid it.
And I prefer it that way, actually.
Oh, hang on. Are we having issues with the mic? What are the issues, Ed?
Mine.
Is it? What are the issues with the microphone? Because we can swap back over to the...
I think just
okay,
put it back
hang
over
on,
to
everybody.
this.
We'll go back to old school.
Because we keep having problems with these.
Hang on, don't do that yet, because that's still live. Wait for me to change it. Blooming out. They've got to hear that. If someone's watching it with their headphones in, right, we're on this one now.
Yeah.
If someone had that with their headphones in and you're going, hello, hi, boom through them, you just probably deafened 4 people. I know, right?
You are?
What? Who?
Yeah.
When? Thursday.
That's tomorrow.
No, Thursday. Yeah. Are you? What? Thursday. You're having your drink because you're thirsty. Right, anyway, enough about
tomorrow.
that. Oh, there was lots of rustling and stuff. That was Ruffus
With a parcel.
with the parcel. So I'll take it out anyway and we'll sort that. Yeah, I forgot his mic was live when he went to undo the parcel.
There was a lady at the door, not the normal guy.
Was it grog bags?
No.
There's somebody at the door.
It was.
That's because it's Amazon, not Every.
I know, right?
I know, we have our Every driver who we bought Christmas sweets for. Anyway, what I'll do, I will schedule this early. What's the date today? What's the date tomorrow? The 12th. I will put this on for tomorrow and it will go live at 12. No, it'll go live at 4 o'clock, right? So I brought it forward. There is a live stream about the korma, not a live stream. This is the live stream. There was a video about the korma because we did an update version.
We did.
Follow Your Nature said that they want to make the korma. It was all right.
I thought it was amazing.
But it was, the mango in it isn't really needed. It doesn't really add an awful lot to it.
I thought it was. If you want a slightly sweeter curry, then it was really, really nice.
Yeah.
But you don't need to use the Syns. So, like, I think, I personally, I'd rather put the bit of mango if I was going to have that in my fruit bowl in the evening.
Yeah.
And just have a sin-free curry.
Yeah, I think I actually would agree. I think at the end of the day,
it was. I'm glad I tried it though because it was nice.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's something which, you know, it's nice enough. But it didn't need the mango, and the recipe tomorrow you'll see we adapted it slightly more and we made it really, really delicious. I don't know why YouTube is doing that. Can you remind me? Hang on, computer.
It was something about
send an email to YouTube.
It's something about
I don't have an answer
on
for
people's
that.
phones when you log in on your phone, it's kicking people out. If you're doing it from a laptop or something else, then
Good evening,
normally
Hazel.
okay.
Right.
I don't know if it happens on a tablet or like that, but on mobiles it has been.
All right, bear with me 1 second. Computer, remind me at 9 p.m.
What's the reminder for?
Email YouTube kicking people off.
Okay, I'll remind you at 9
It shouldn't be
PM.
doing that.
Fabulous. No, it shouldn't be
for a
doing
while,
that.
isn't it?
It really shouldn't be doing that. Right then, so with all of the... What did I just say? What did I literally just say like 2 minutes ago about everything being...
really good.
Sorted now and there being no real problems and everything being good? What did I literally just say? Isn't that bonkers?
It's like I should be here pressing a button going, boot you, boot you, boot you, boot you. Goodbye.
Oh, I could press buttons if you want me to do that. I could probably find a way of doing it.
No.
Oh, no, you can't. You can't manually boot people, can you?
No.
So it isn't us.
No, it's not us.
It isn't us. Right then. So, shall we talk about Ruffus? Now we've got a few people in the live and also we've had a parcel turn up, so we shouldn't have anything else happening today.
No.
Shall we talk about... she says looking for her segment label. There we go. Shall we talk about the food that we've had this week?
We can do, yeah.
We can. So then, I have really enjoyed the food this week. But we do have, look, just between us there. Can you see it's here? Look. Oh, we could touch that. We could touch that. The food that we've had this week, Neil's just sent a message on WhatsApp saying that he's just been kicked 3 times on the live.
Blimey.
He got kicked in quick succession, and there's no reason for that. So apologies if YouTube is trying to, artificially block our blooming, our lovely channel here. We're just going to see what happens. So this is what we ate this week. Hopefully it's muted for you as well. It should be muted.
It doesn't happen on your tarot streams.
Well, it does.
Does it?
It does happen on that as well. So this was Wednesday's dinner, Rufus.
Yep.
Can you see it?
Yep.
And this was the salmon that we got in Lidl with the herby crust.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
It was lemon and herb or something.
Yeah. We had the sweet potato with it and the curly kale seaweed. Because we had that 2 days in a row. Let me know if you can hear the volume on the video. Hopefully you can't. I'm hoping you can't. So that's what we had on Wednesday. You had your sweet chili and I had the vinaigrette on it. And it was zero Syns, wasn't it? The Lidl salmon steaks.
I was surprised. Like I say, we picked it up. It was a reduced one that we saw in there and thought, well, actually, I'll scan it and see. So I scanned it and... Yeah, like I say, I was expecting there to be Syns in it.
Yeah, I was. Fair. The one in Lidl was Syns.
I was surprised. Yeah.
So Thursday we had a sexy salad. We had the gammon on Thursday.
Yeah.
And Verena June. Good evening, Verena June. Hopefully I haven't butchered that too much.
I said the salmon though we got in Lidl.
In Lidl, yeah. The gammon was nice. Free. The gammon we got in Heron.
Yeah. So you can pay.
No, it wasn't. It was B&M.
You can go to Lidl and buy 2 gammon rounds in there for like £3.50 or so. Might be a bit more than that, maybe.
And these were like £2.50 or something.
Virtually the same size. Like I say, there wasn't a lot of difference in the size, and they were £1.75.
Yeah, and we had that with
B&M.
again a huge salad with diced shredded beetroot. Friday we had the korma. So that was really nice. That wasn't. That was the vegan korma. We did the vegetable korma because we liked the mix so much. I made it again, and I made it in a huge batch. So we did the same korma mix, which that I've just scheduled that for tomorrow now. So that'll be up tomorrow at 4. And it was literally us batch cooking this. It was so much nicer.
We did like what most people do. They cook some lovely chicken and then they give it to the dog.
Yeah, but
then we eat the vegetables.
No, this was the mix, but without the mango.
It was, yeah.
We had loads of brown rice with it. It was
it the
really
day
delicious.
Before that we had it with a mango in it?
No, it was last week.
I'm saying, was it?
No, because we did it twice.
Because we had it twice
because
with
I
the mango
cooked it again. Yeah, I cooked it again. And again, the second day, it was really exactly the same. There's not a herring up here. It was actually B&M that we got the gammon in.
B&M.
So the day after, on Saturday, we had the korma again. It was really, really lovely. I really enjoyed it.
I don't begrudge paying £1.75 for 2 gammon rounds in B&M.
It was nice.
Really good.
So that's what we had on Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday was your was that the chili or was that the that was the chili. Rufus cooked a chili on Sunday.
Kicking chili.
He said to me as he was cooking it, he said, I've only put 1 spoon of this, that and the other in.
But like I say, when sometimes you buy like your chili spices, sometimes you'll get them and it'll say mild chili or hot chili, and this packet is just a generic packet and it just says chili on it. So I assumed 1 spoon and it'll be fine. It won't be, because it may well have been the hot version. I don't know.
I just couldn't eat it. It literally blew my head off. So the other half of that is still in the fridge. We're probably going to have it tomorrow or maybe tonight. You did manage
to eat it all your dinner in the end.
Kimberly down south, good evening to you, my darling. Monday we had the chicken sweet and sour.
Oh, yeah, that was nice. I didn't like it the first day.
So Monday we didn't like it.
It's because I think the sweet and sour was really nice, but our old original version, like I say, had Diet Coke in it. But this one, the only sweetness that came from the pureed roasted red peppers that went into it.
Yeah.
If you put too much rice with it, and so like if you just have rice and just put that on top, or any juice that's in it just soaks straight into the rice, so you're not really getting all the flavour and stuff from the sweet and sour.
No, not
so
at all.
The second day, we've put half of the plate with a load of stir-fried leek, and then the other bit we put a small portion of rice on the other side, and then that on top, the sweet and sour on top, and it was a lot better, wasn't it?
Yeah,
so I thought it was a lot better.
There was definitely too much rice, and
the first
also
day.
it's that same thing that we have with every single Slimming World recipe. There wasn't enough sweet or sour in it, was there?
And it said one large pepper, which was roasted, and you can buy them in the shop in brine. But
jars.
instead of doing that, I trimmed some peppers, took obviously all the seeds and stuff off, and left them in half, put them in the oven, roasted them, and then I put them in the Ninja and blended them. But I did two. And obviously, I think that was, if I'd have just done slightly less, like I say, it probably would have been not as sweet as it was. So
yeah, it definitely needed something else, to be honest.
But you still have to put like 4 peppers in it. 2 peppers that get sliced up and put in it, and either one, like I say, if you want to use the pepper in brine and then blend it, if you want to buy them in a jar. But I begrudge buying them in a jar like that. I'd rather just roast it myself and do it fresh.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we those are all our dinners that we had this week. That video will be up again. I think it goes up tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just so if anybody wants to double check. But it was really nice.
Yeah.
We had, if you notice, we did the korma 2 days in a row, the sweet and sour 2 days in a row. Because what we've started doing now is when we do recipes from the books, because it's a 4-person recipe.
Yeah.
What we used to do when we were a bit fatter and greedier, to be honest,
we'd eat it all.
And
Now
also,
we're a bit slimmer now, so.
yeah, but also I think for us, because we have downsized portion sizes a little bit, even though it's all free food, we just go, do you know what, I'm full up now, I don't want anything else. And certainly making the change to brown rice, that really helps that.
But the
It
thing
really
is, I
does.
think as well, is that you can have smaller portion, and then if you wanted a little bit more, you can always have a little bit more later.
Yeah.
But like a lot of people, or especially like us, is that if you fill our plate up and put a lot on our plate, I've always been ever since I was little, I was always taught, eat everything on your plate. So that's what over the years I've done that, and now if I fill my plate up, I'm gonna finish it, even if most of the time I do, don't I?
So are you, because I know a lot of people that watch us, looking at the analytics, are around our age, give or take 10, 20 years. Were you told as kids, you've got to eat all your dinner? If you don't have your dinner, you can't have any pudding, you can't leave the dinner table until you've eaten everything, you've got to clear your... There's starving children in Africa who would give their right arm for that food.
Yeah, or their left one. Yeah.
That's what I always got told. There's starving children that would absolutely... They're crying out for that food. And do you know what you definitely shouldn't say to a what is it? What were they? Not Generation X, the ones before. But yeah, to our parents, our parents' generation, probably boomers actually. Do you know what you shouldn't say?
What?
Well, box it up and send it to them then, because I'm full. Ooh, ooh. All I'm not going to tell you what happened, because it's
you
probably
might need a bit of dry ice to put in the box. Yeah.
No, well, not so much that. What? Listen, I can't tell you exactly what happened to my backside, because it's, this day and age, we don't do that to children.
Was their hands stinging afterwards? Probably.
There was definitely at least one handprint, red handprint on at least one buttock, if not on both.
Oh, I say.
Because it was a quick...
Oh.
Yes.
You didn't even see it coming?
No. Couldn't talk back. No. And that was talking back. And then I had to sit and finish it, even though I had a
Ow.
Stinging bottom.
Ow.
But anyway, enough about that.
Enough about your stinging bottom.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then, the next part of today, let us know, by the way, if your parents were like that, and if it led to, do you still try and finish your dinner? Do you still try and finish everything that's on your plate? Do you know what I mean? Is that something that's just got ingrained in us? Because I certainly try to.
I think though, like say now, where we are in our journey, I get to a certain point now where we don't always overfill our plates now. I get to a part after eating most of it, and sometimes it's, oh no, that's around about it. So you kind of, over time, I've got used to now.
Oh my God, the chat jumped.
This might be a time to kind of stop.
Yeah.
And I've had enough. Because if I eat too much, then it's going to be too much.
Yeah. I'll catch up on the chat. So, Dormouse agrees the Similar World recipes or frozen meals do need more flavour. I understand why, because it's the same for everybody.
Well, you had the Vindaloo one, didn't you? From that you wanted to try it, and it wasn't that hot.
No, it is a long way to go just to get some bargain gammon rounds.
Yeah.
It's a fair road trip and tie in a few shops. Yeah, I can understand that. You got a fair hit if you didn't clear your plate. Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kimberly, yes, that's how it was. See, look, Kimberly's in a whole other
funny,
country.
Though, now, you know, years ago it would be, oh, you know, if you don't finish your dinner, you're not going to get pudding. We don't bloody get pudding now straight after dinner.
I know.
What's that about?
And we're adults, and if we chose to, we could eat pudding first.
Yes, we
don't
could.
do it. We don't.
We don't have our fruit bowl before our dinner.
There. Kimberly says yes. That's how it was with her.
Yep.
She's thousands of miles away.
Blimey.
I know, right? Hazel, yes. Especially about the children aboard. Think of the starving children.
I know. Right?
I know, right? If you're eating out now, you always get a half boxed up to take home. We do as well.
Yep.
And the same in Karen's house. You see, I think this is it. They wonder why there's so many like larger folks of our age range. Yep. I think it's because for years we were taught, I don't know about you, I was taught, got to finish what's on your plate. Yep. You got to eat what you're given. You got to finish your plate and then you have your pudding.
You should be thankful. Yeah.
And going to McDonald's was a treat. If you're good, you go to McDonald's. We're going to McDonald's
especially on your birthday. Yes, you could get a McDonald's birthday
or a pizza.
Cake.
Getting an actual, for me growing up, like having in my early teens.
I don't remember going to McDonald's much when I was
we
really
did.
young.
We did. Yeah. If you're really good, when we go to town, you can get a Happy Meal. I'll be good.
Make you happy.
Yeah, and we never got, ever got takeaway pizza. We always got the frozen ones that your mum would put under the grill or put in the oven. Never got a takeaway unless it was a birthday or something really special.
Pizzas or anything. It would be, I think, a different takeaway, like I don't know, in some Indian food or something.
The only takeaway we got was fish and chips on a Friday from the chip shop round the corner.
Yeah. Or Chinese food. I'd like to say there was one right next to where my mum and dad's are.
Yeah, there was. When your mum and dad had a Chinese takeaway, you and your sister you had to go to bed. That's funny. Yeah, Rachel got a red bottom as well. That's funny. We like my it wasn't until my dad retired that he discovered a like for curries or when he was at sea.
What I want to know is who taught our parents to do that to us. I mean, who taught them how to do that? So how many generations have gone by where they're like, eat your dinner as you're not going to leave the table and you're not going to have your pudding.
It would go back to the workhouse where the children were sewing things and going up chimneys and all of that lot.
Oh.
And you're going to eat gruel.
Oh,
and
nice.
there'll be, you know, seriously, I bet you it comes from that. I bet you it comes from
what would have been in your dinner.
No, what would have been the working class parents saying to their kids, there's kids in a workhouse that would love, they live on gruel. They'd love to have the scraps off the table from the big house that you've got. They'd love to eat that bit of dry 3-day-old pie crust.
Our grandparents would have been brought up on corned beef. Yeah.
And the rest, yeah. So then, you also had to eat a supper around 9 p.m. regardless if you wanted anything. Wow. Ours was Sunday. You had your Sunday roast dinner, right? Big Sunday roast dinner.
We used to have ours at like
3 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock or something,
about that time. And then later on, you'd have a sandwich.
I know, yeah, about 7 or so o'clock.
About 7 o'clock. You have a sandwich before you went home.
Yeah.
We did have snacks. We had snacks in the school, like for your school lunch boxes. So we'd get a bag of crisps and a little chocolate bar. Like my favourites were the gold bars, McVitie's gold bars, like Caramac. Oh, they were lovely. And penguins, all of that. And it was before off-brand penguins, because I can remember. I'm so bloody old. I remember when Sainsbury's started doing their own fake penguins. And
I said, you isn't you, dear? You just had a birthday.
I know. I'm 39. I'm 40 next year now. It's amazing. I know, right? I know, right? You're my sugar daddy or something. That sounds wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm like 41 or something.
I know, 41 or something. That means Kimberly's 41 or something, because she's always on the same day that you're born on the same day as you. So yeah, 41. You're 41 now, Kimberly. Shh, don't spoil it for anyone. Yeah, so we did have that, but mainly if we wanted a snack, it would be a banana or an apple or things like that. Kimberly down south, there's even more food that's convenient at the grocery store where you don't even have to cook now. I know, right?
I know my dad used to have to go out to like the butchers down the road where they used to sell bread.
Yeah. Yeah. And not always good for you. No. All the convenience food is convenient, and it's all crap because it's convenient.
And all the white bread.
Because the inconvenient food is the healthy stuff you've got to cook from scratch. But that does bring us slightly to today's topic, Rufus. Your topic of the week this week is, look, I've changed it. Look, I've changed it above your head. It's amazing. Your topic of the week, my darling, is what?
Hidden sins.
Oh, hang on. What are you talking about? How are you spelling sins? Because if it's with an I, I'm not going to confession. I'm not ready for that live on the internet.
Not that sort of sins.
Okay, that's good then.
Yeah. Sins as in a way of calories sins.
Yes. Slimming world sins. Right, okay, I've got you. Go on then.
So basically we've had a couple of things this week, have we, where although a lot of drinks you can, if there's zero drinks or ones that say diet on them, supposedly they are free on plan, so you can have as many as you want to drink during the day, but they all have different amounts of calories on them, don't
Do you mean like Pepsi Max?
Yeah, those ones are okay because they're like one calorie, one calorie
calorie
a can,
per can.
so they're 1 calorie a can.
Yes.
But we also had drinks that we had yesterday.
Energy drinks. Hold on, I've got some energy drinks.
Yep.
We've got Monster Ultra Rose, and this is for the entire can. This is 14 calories.
So that's not too bad.
About 3/4 of a sin.
Yeah. I said, some people might only have one of those cans a day. That one's already been used and drank.
That's why it's so buckled. So what was this one?
This one was 20 calories a can.
That's a whole sin.
Yeah.
That's a whole sin.
Yep.
Right.
So they were 20 calories a can.
Red Bull sugar free 0. That one.
Yeah.
That one is, hang on, let me do the math. That one is 5 calories for a little can. So twice that would be 10 calories. So that has half a sin compared to that one that's a whole sin.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. So that's all the drinks I've got. Oh no, me water. Me special water junkie, CBD water to help you sleep. It's not the stuff that gets you like, ooh. It's the stuff that makes you like that. This one, how many was this? 17.5 calories. So again, a sin.
Yeah.
For water.
That's for water. Yeah.
And then look at me pretending earlier I didn't know what the subject was, even though I prepared a show and tell for the class. Look, this light mayonnaise.
Where was that one from?
I can't remember. One of the shops, Manor Grove. It doesn't say. It's not Lidl. It's not Aldi. But there we go. A super healthy light mayonnaise.
Might have been from Heron or somewhere, probably.
And this one, lighter than light mayonnaise. It's the same, isn't it? Same. It's the same. Wow.
Oh no, it's not.
No, because this one has half a sin per tablespoon.
That's from Aldi, is it?
And this one is like nearly 2.5.
Yeah.
It's mayonnaise. I would look at the one that says light mayonnaise on it and think, oh, I can have that.
But it's also very
Like mayonnaise.
But it's also very, very easy just to guesstimate. So, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
To just guess, oh well, that one is this amount of Syns, so that one will be as well.
Yeah.
Possibly not. If you, like I say, if you don't scan stuff, you can't be sure. So you might be having more Syns than you think you are.
While I repack the shopping, do you want to talk about Jellygate?
Well,
you were shocked, weren't you? You were shocked, disgusted, shocked.
I had some raspberry jelly, sugar-free jelly, Hartley's, in like say in a stacker where I keep all these packs of jelly because I've got quite a few.
Put that in the rubbish because I don't need that one now.
So I've got quite a few of them indoors, but we found that when we went to Lidl one day, we picked up some strawberry jelly. So we got the strawberry and the orange version because they tend to be lower in Syns. To find that, so they are, is it 1.5 Syns per pack? So
Per
pint worth.
per single half.
Yep. Whereas,
Hang on, let me just show them. Hartley's jelly, sugar-free.
you can make sugar-free sweeties with this as well if you use some gelatin. Yeah.
Does anyone remember all those game shows in the 80s where you had the dolly birds doing this like this? Like. I just rest it on my breasts.
Yeah.
Yep, so we've got that. So strawberry and so these are low.
And we went to, which one is which?
That's the old one.
Yeah, that's
the
older
new one.
Okay, so we went to Lidl and bought some jelly, and we picked up an extra one which I thought was all strawberry, but they wasn't. So we had a raspberry one, and the reason we don't normally go for the raspberry one is because it's more Syns than the other ones. So we tried to keep Syns fairly low. I don't mind the other ones, so lately we've avoided these ones. Someone at our group one day said, oh, if you have the raspberry, they are like nearly 4 Syns for a pack. You checked online, like I say, these are obviously different packets and were bought at different times, but when you scanned both of them, they both come up as 3 Syns.
3 Syns.
So each one is 3 Syns. But what we didn't realise is when you look at the back of them and look at the calories and stuff on them, the calories on both of these different packets are different.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been bought obviously at different times. They've changed the packaging on the back. Obviously the back's changed, and there's slightly more calories in one than the other.
Yeah. So the newer one, which is the darker blue, has a total of 12 calories per half. So if you made this up into half a pint or whatever it is,
we make them,
and you add that between you, that half is 12 calories, so half a Syn basically.
Yeah.
The whole lot, 1 Syn. 24 calories, 1 Syn. It comes up on the app as 3. And the reason it comes up on the app as 3 is because the old recipe says that this is 16 calories for a half. So the two of them is 32. Would be 32 calories. So that would say a Syn and a half. Mm-hmm. So why is it saying 3?
I don't know. That's what I mean.
Or it might have changed even more. So yeah, in this is one of the few examples that we've got where the newer recipe has actually worked in our favour. But yeah, there are hidden Syns in everything. Yeah. Not in everything, but in a lot of food.
If you look at packaging of something you normally buy and you think, oh, they've repackaged and it looks slightly different, always scan it, because you might be, like say, sometimes it might be that they've changed the recipe, added more fat and other things to the recipe, and you'll then end up consuming more calories and using up more Syns than you realise.
Do you remember, it's a good few years back now, but we were going to Slimming World one day and we were scanning all of the various foods, and we talked about this before, we'd been eating chicken roll. You know, that's it's like, it's not healthy, it's not real chicken, it's all the processed sort of beaks and toenails and all of that.
I don't think I'd been eating as much. I think you'd been having
I loved it.
Yeah,
and it was according to what everybody said, it was free on plan. So as a snack,
it's basically the chicken version of what I would like luncheon meat. That
sort
sort of the texture was a bit like that, was it? So
yeah, chicken roll. So it's processed like this in a big sausage, and then they slice it all up, and you get it in a
and
packet.
it's got added milk and other stuff added to
But
it.
I would eat it like it was going out of fashion because it was free. It's protein. It's a free food. So if I'm feeling a bit hungry late in the night, or if I want a snack, I'll have a few slices. And when I say a few slices, I mean like a quarter of the packet. That fills me up. Got all my protein. Everything's grand. Off we go. Only to scan it and realise it was supposed to be one.
Did you say something to someone at group, didn't you? And then they said, "Oh no, it's not free."
No, what it was, I scanned one in. We went to Iceland, and they had one in there that was different, and it came up on the scanner, and I thought, oh, I'll just check it because we don't normally have this one. And then I checked the Asda one that we would normally have, and it was 1 Syn per slice. And I was going through a quarter of a packet, so easily 12 slices of it, just sat snacking, thinking it was free food.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah, so
so any processed,
check everything. Processed anything, check it.
Yep. If there's any any type of processed chicken or anything like a lot of the like say the honey roast ham that we used to get, there used to be Syns in it, and then the one that we had not that long ago was free.
Yeah.
So always, like I say, always check them all. I say before you buy them, especially if you go into a different store and it's looks similar to something you'd normally get, but double check everything.
You see, this I agree with, but calories are not equal.
No.
So, and even, I mean, if you go really down a rabbit hole, there's whole discussions about whether calories should even be used as a way of sorting it, but it's too ingrained now, because 100 calories of 500 calories of chocolate can be 1 bar. 500 calories of broccoli will be probably 2 or 3 heads of broccoli.
200 grams of chocolate is a bar, isn't it? About that.
Yeah.
A basic bar, like a basic normal.
Yeah, but how many calories? I'm not talking about the grams, I'm talking about the
Calories.
calories. Because 500
Probably-
calories
probably
in a
about.
chocolate bar isn't a lot. 500 calories of broccoli is huge.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what the Slimming World system, it's why I like that system as opposed to calorie counting and all the rest, because it isn't just based on a blanket number. Because if you're allowed, right, on calorie counting, say you're allowed 1,500 calories, you could have 1,500 calories of chocolate.
Oh yeah, easily. Have a few bars of chocolate, and there you go.
That's your daily allowance.
Yeah.
Or you could have 1,500 calories of fruits, lots of vegetables, maybe a potato, a little bit of meat on the side. It's a whole different amount of food.
And it fills you up. That's the thing.
And the thing that Slimming World do, which is part of the reason I like it, and this does make it sound like I've drunk the Kool-Aid and I'm part of the cult,
I know, right?
but it is that bit where they've worked out for certain food types what the satiation is, how much it will keep you full, how much fiber's in it to help you poop, all of that lot. And it isn't based on that cold, hard calories, because they are different. Patrick over on Weigh-In Time did a really interesting video recently. We might have to do one similar.
He tried to do he's
doing calorie counting now.
But he was working out how many calories, all of the foods that he'd been eating, and how many.
Come forward a little bit more, because this is.
So how many calories basically he was consuming to see if he would still lose weight if he was checking all of the calories on everything that supposedly Slimming World say is free on plan.
And it worked out that he was under his allotted calorie count for the day, on just an average day on Slimming World. So that's why it's done the way it is. And we often have conversations, don't we, about whether or not have as much as you want free food. Well, you can.
But some of the consultants do say that.
Yeah, well, which is true. You can have as much as you want. It shouldn't say that. It should be as much as you need to feel full.
Yes.
Not as much as you want.
Because when people tell you that, you're like, oh, I could just have as much of it as I want. And just like if you're someone that's had a journey of binge eating and eating too much food in any sort of meal that you have, then being told that gives you the range to eat you know, fill yourself up, make yourself so bloated that you can't move. Oh, I can eat all of that and I'll still lose weight.
Yeah.
But yes, to start with, you will. But going forward in your journey, if you carried on doing that, you would probably have a lot of maintains.
Possibly
and,
be over-consuming.
Yes, yeah, you could easily overdo your calories easily.
So Kimberly says that the things with the hidden sins
Yeah.
is why it's such a challenge doing Slimming World from
Yeah.
the States, because comparable products, even using the app, there is a sin calculator you can use.
Yeah.
Jane Day mentioned us. Thank you, Jane Day, by the way. Jane Day Slimming World.
Yeah.
If you haven't followed her channel, she's lovely, Jane.
I know, we
love
watching,
followed her
we
for
love watching
years.
your videos.
Her and Joe
Yeah.
behind the camera. He was in front of the camera a couple of times,
Yeah.
wasn't he? I'd
Yeah,
never
yeah.
seen Joe before.
No.
He's really tall.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, he's a giant. He's really, really tall. He's like a
Is he into fitness and all of that?
oh yeah,
stuff?
he's also like.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't going to say he's super fit. That sounds
No,
weird.
I said he's
Sat
into,
next to me.
I said he's
husband.
into fitness.
Yes, he is. He's into fitness. He is super fit as well. But
Yeah.
anyway, Jane mentioned, because we often talk about a sin is roughly 20 calories, and it is, but in the way that that's 20 calories of like chocolate or sugar without any nutrients and anything else.
You can use your calories however you want to use them, but you know, it's like I say, part of our thing is like, we can have, well, we've always kind of stuck to maximum of 15, have we?
Sins, not calories. Sins. Yeah.
But we always kind of like, oh, I think for years what we were doing was like, we can have 15 sins a day, like let's use all of them.
Yeah.
Which
yeah.
used to be terrible for us.
You
didn't
saw
it?
that video too. It's a really
Yeah.
good video. You could not calorie count, hence liking Slimming World, but
Yeah.
helpful when finding hidden sins. It
Oh,
is.
yeah.
It's a good way of looking at it.
And do you know what though? I still don't sin my sweetener, and I have like quite a bit in my in my natural yogurt.
Naughty.
I know, but I did
Naughty.
enjoy that. Quite a bit in my natural yogurt, and I also sometimes put a tiny little bit on my strawberries if I have strawberries of an evening. And what else do I use it for? I use it
That's about it.
my coffees, so I have sweeteners in my coffee as well.
Yeah, but that's the
But
hermescetic
if I wasn't using the little tablets, I would be using probably a few teaspoons heaped in my drinks. I don't sin if I have the sweet chili, the skinny sauce sweet chili. If I have that, I don't sin it. Not, you know, it's. Is it like trying to think? It's like just over 20 calories if I used 100 ml, and obviously I don't use that amount, but I still don't sin it.
No.
There's lots of things I don't really sin. To start with, when I was on my journey, I used to guesstimate my cereal
Wow.
because I knew roughly.
Byron says about that in a second.
Yeah.
Byron's here.
Yeah.
Good evening to Byron, the vegan loser. We
Yeah.
were just mentioning Jane Day, Slimming World.
Who else?
Kimberly,
Yeah.
down south, also, she's got a really good Slimming World channel
Yeah.
from the States. Amazing. Byron, the vegan loser, has a channel as well.
Oh, he's
watch
done
him
really
if you
well
haven't done
this
already.
week. We've been, like I said, been watching your videos.
You're just-
so,
you're
yeah,
just-
yeah.
Rocking it, aren't
Yeah.
you? He really is. And obviously, Jane Day Slimming World. I think
Yeah.
they're all linked in the description box. I think they are.
Can you add
Double
them?
check
I
that. No, they are. They should all be there already.
Oh, okay.
And Back to Basics.
Okay.
We love Laura and Kath as well.
And all the gardening, growing things.
Yeah. Dormouse, you prefer cooking, although you struggle though on weeks like this when
Yeah.
Grumpy's cooking for himself. Tonight he's
Yeah.
got deep fried chips. The house honks so you don't feel like eating. This is it. I couldn't eat like that. I couldn't eat fatty food anymore.
We did lamb for the doggos today.
Oh yeah,
we,
it was
but
smelled awful. You made the same mistake this week and
Yeah.
assumed the sin value was
Yeah.
much lower than it actually was. Again, you've got to be really careful.
I
careful.
got away with it for at least like 2 months or so
Yes.
before I started actually going. I think now one week I think my losses slowed down a little bit, and I thought now is the time I should weigh my cereal now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that was it. Now, so now every time I use, basically I'll just go through a whole box, weigh it all out, put it into little bags,
Yeah, you
and
do.
just use it
Yeah.
like that now. So I don't have to weigh it every day or out like that. So,
Kimberly says it is a challenge when you're cooking for someone else. This is what
Oh,
we were
yeah.
talking about somebody
It is,
after
yeah.
group
Yeah.
yesterday, weren't
we were
we?
saying that, yeah,
Saying-
other half.
Her other half's
eats
not on Slimming World,
all
and he'll get
sorts
all the
of-
takeaways.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. So it must be.
It is easy
difficult.
if you've got a Slimming World house.
Yeah.
It really
That's
is.
it, yeah.
Why can you never see Byron on here? I've got no idea, my darling. You should be able to. Joey84, evening. Good evening, Joey. Your consultant always reminds your group the number of sins you can have is a maximum, not a target.
Yeah.
Well, we were talking about this. One of our group,
Yeah.
she counts down from 15 to 0. I can't do that because I would see it as a target. Same with my 15. So I said the way I look at my sins is it's like an overdraft, right? I eat my meal. If I've got to spend half a sin normally on my Hartley's jelly from a pudding, I'll sin that. If I have 3 spoons of the white hot chocolate or 4 spoons, that's either 2 to 4 sins depending on how many spoons I have. So I will move that across. It might because you're on live chat, top chat, not live
But I
chat.
said, do
Have
you
a look at the
remember,
top.
though, when we first went to Brenda's group, we used to eat bigger meals even when we went to Brenda's group.
Yep.
And our weight losses were slower then than they are now.
And we'd eat all our sins.
And we would eat all of the sins, right? So we would make like little snack bags. So whatever sins we wanted to use, they'd be bagged up, and we'd work out, do lots of little 15 sin bags, and then just put them to one side, and we would have a bag every day.
We would.
We would use them all, and that was like even without any other little sins and other little bits. So obviously, I think when we were bigger, you could have more sins than that, but
it doesn't even matter. Even up to
just,
15.
Yeah.
We would go
wouldn't we?
each week to the shops. We would fill up with a load of
sugary, naughty things
a load of
and
snacks.
stuff as well.
So some of it would be sugary. So we'd have like Alpenlight bars,
But
the Hi-Fi bars.
I said there wasn't.
Hang on, let me finish. We'd also have crisps and polos and rainbow drops. What else? Freddos.
Yeah. I don't.
I can't remember. How many sins was a Freddo? Can you remember off the top of your head? I can't remember.
5
Somebody will know. 5 sins. So we'd do all of
That's
that.
for your plain one, I think.
Yeah, we'd do all of that and have a little bag, and then we wouldn't eat any sins for our
the
dinner.
Flumps used to like them. Did you?
Flumps, all sorts.
All full of sugar.
I'm diabetic.
Yeah.
That was all 15 sins of sugar.
Yeah. A lot of sugar, wasn't
What
it?
the hell was I doing? But anyway, you've all figured it out how you can see them. Yeah, that's good.
And now,
yep.
now we get snack packs. I've got some popcorn. We've got plain popcorn, like salted, and I've got a little bit of sweet popcorn.
Yeah, we don't even have.
We don't have
10 sins a day on average.
I
do we?
try and just keep myself to a maximum of 10 if I'm going to use them all.
Yeah.
But it's a different sort of life working around and going on. I could have all of them, but should I have them all? If I don't need them, then I won't use them all. Whereas in the past, I would have just used them all, like all my sins. But yeah, like I say, I think a year and a half on plan, and I lost 7.5 stone, and I'm now over 6 stone now.
We will. I tell you what.
How many months?
That's a really good.
Yeah.
That's a really good segue.
Yeah.
9 months. It's a really good segue because Ed has to head off and go foraging in the cupboards for your tea. I thought you were going to go foraging in the woods. I was like, be careful of those mushrooms.
Yeah, you don't
Not
want
all
to be
mushrooms
climbing
are
in
equal.
cupboards. You
No.
might get locked in.
Yes. Right, everyone can see Byron now. Yeah, Kimberly's got a lovely channel.
Yeah.
It's got a lovely, amazing pool. Oh my God, your
Swimming
pool.
pool.
Oh my God, we have to go to Alabama. I mean, I can't go to Alabama. I'll be shot and murdered. But we have to go to Alabama. It's not overly trans-friendly, the States. No. But we have to go to Alabama at some point and go and just hang out in her pool. Her pool's enormous.
Is it?
Enormous. You like it? You must be like, she must be a celebrity.
Yes.
One of those American billionaires.
Who drives children.
Who drives a
yes.
I bet you what it is. I bet she invested in like Apple or something way back when. IBM when they were like 50 cents a share. And then she's been going over and now she's got all these millions, right? So she's got this giant pool and she drives the bus to give back to the community. I bet it's that.
I
bet
want
it's
to
that.
go shopping in the shops where you go because like the bags of things are massive.
Yeah, but that's
Bags
the
of
problem.
food. What about the bag of salad? It's like this big.
That is true. That is true. Anyway,
I know.
right. It is time for us to go and shall we all weigh in? Are you ready? Shall we start weighing in? Oh gosh, no, that one. I think it is time for us to hit the scales and let's weigh in. So then, let us know if you have weighed in, whether you are doing Slimming World, Weight Watchers, whether you are doing calorie counting, intermittent fasting.
I said even if you're on weight loss injections.
Yeah, or tablets.
Sort of,
Apparently, we heard from somebody yesterday, semaglutide can be had in tablet form.
Yeah,
we
didn't know that. We
Didn't
thought
know
it was
that.
all done by injections, did we?
Didn't know that at all.
Now we know.
So whatever weight loss journey you're on, whether you're doing the shakes, whether you're doing the Jane Plan meals, whether you're doing what did it call lean cuisine, anybody remember them? Whatever you are doing, put your weighing results
Are they
in
still
the
around?
No, they're not. They've been around for years. They went bust.
Oh,
I know.
know. I don't eat them.
Atkins came
What
out.
about Findus?
Findus is still going. The crispy pancakes.
Oh yeah.
The bright orange
Well,
ones.
you used to
that
like
were,
them, did you?
The orange ones that were nuclear orange. Yeah, I know, right? But no, lean cuisine's not still going. Like Sarah Lee in this country is not still going. I know. Anyway, put your weighing results in. We'll come to all of those in a little bit. Before we do, Rufus, do you want to go first again this week? So we did weigh in yesterday, didn't we? We did. And you've heard what food we've had. You've seen the food that we had. What was your result? What were you expecting? What actually happened?
I had this week. Most days. I think there was one day I had 2 Syns. One day I had 6. The other days I stuck to about 10 Syns. I think there was one day that I had 12 Syns. So I was expecting a fairly good result. And I went and got weighed in, and I'd lost £3 this week.
£3?
Yeah.
Hang on, that gets the clap. And a big clap. Because £3 a lot.
£3.
That's really good. Hang on. Here comes the clap. Are you ready? Yay! Rufus, you get the clap.
Thank you.
Well done.
And I also came in and I got another sticker. So I got Slimmer of the Week as well this week.
You did. So that gets another clap. There we go. Slimmer of the Week clap.
I know.
Well done. That's
Usually
awesome.
it's you getting Slimmer of the Week, isn't it?
No. I got it 1 week. I didn't get it.
Oh, you
I had it for a while.
as well, weren't you?
I was Slimmer of the Month, luckily.
Awesome.
But well done. That is awesome. How do you feel that you're being super restrictive on what you eat? Do you feel that you're missing out?
No, like I say, I don't feel like I'm missing. Like I say, having our meals and being a little bit more careful about how much we put on our plate, I do feel a lot better about that. I do occasionally have some seafood sticks or things like that as well. I used to snack on packs of ham. I don't really do that at the moment, but like I say, occasionally I will open a packet of an evening and maybe have a few slices if I fancy it, or maybe half a pack of seafood sticks if I feel like having something extra. But other than that, if I don't feel that I need it, then I just don't have it. So yeah, I think one thing I really enjoy is my fruit bowl of an evening and my pot of yogurt, my pot of natural yogurt. And as much as, like I say, I like the really thick yogurts, the yogurt I prefer is their Lidl's own brand natural yogurt.
Yeah.
Put some sweetener and stuff in it. Yeah, other than that, like I say, everything else I really enjoy.
Yeah.
I'm not at a,
Well, you're doing really well.
I can't quabble about it at all.
So where are you at now? What are you not in? I mean, you can share your weight if you want, but what is your amount you've lost officially this time round on plan?
I am 6 stone 4 pound down.
You will
now.
have to come a bit closer because you're
yeah,
really
I'm
far.
6 stone 4 pound down now.
That is
in
awesome.
Total.
In 9 months.
Yep.
Not
And
even 9 months.
I am
yet.
now 18 stone 7.5 pound.
And
So, yeah.
just to put that into context, although this time round you're at 6 stone,
I am,
what did you
yeah.
say?
6 stone 4 pound.
6 stone
yeah.
4, which is amazing, absolutely
Since
bonkers.
October, since I think the beginning of October.
Since the 1st of October.
Yeah.
At your heaviest, what were you?
29.5 stone.
So literally, since Rufus was at his biggest, immediately post-COVID,
Yeah.
you've done 11 stone
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
That is
Bonkers, isn't it?
incredible. It
Yeah.
really is. That is absolutely incredible. We're going to get you a more clap and a. That is amazing. It really is.
I forget about the other bit though, because I'd say there was, I think, a few months in the middle, and then we came back. And then, yeah.
Well done. That is awesome. So then, as we do normally when we do the weigh-in bit, we split both of our results and we go to the chat. Kimberly says we can come for a pool party. Yay!
Yay!
Right, buy a costume and also...
And a bag of salad.
No, buy a swimming costume and a passport and...
Oh, yeah.
And kennels for the doggos.
I don't think I want a
and
swimming
someone to look after
costume.
the house. Well,
Yeah.
some trunks, whatever.
Yeah.
Shorts. Budgie smugglers, whatever you want,
I'm
love.
a bit slimmer now.
Oh, you are a lot slimmer. And then plane tickets and hotel costs for a pool party. It'll be a very expensive pool party.
But this week I said I would have been. I was slimmer of the week. Could have had the basket, but we didn't want it this week.
No, we've said we don't want the baskets anymore because it's not fair. Dormouse, you lost £2.25.
Oh, wow.
Amazing.
That's
Dormouse
really good.
gets the clap. Yay to Dormouse. That's awesome. She gets a bigger
That
clap
is.
than that.
That's
That is
really good, isn't
awesome.
it?
Oh gosh, we've got loads of big losers.
Blimey.
Karen Fraser, you're a big loser with us as well. £2.50.
Wow,
That's
well done.
Awesome. Joey84, you lost £2. You're a big
Wow.
loser this week.
That's a really good amount, so isn't
That's
it?
amazing.
Bonkers.
Kimberly, you got £1.50 off that you gained last week. That's
Wow.
awesome. Keep the claps going. That's brilliant.
That's really cool.
There we go. That one as well.
All of
Awesome,
them
awesome,
together.
awesome. Dormouse gets adverts for Jane Plan when we're on the live.
That's
Rachel,
typical, is it?
you've lost 2 stone. No, sorry, £2. That's awesome. Well done to you. Byron lost £4 this week.
I know
oh
we
my
saw that,
God.
didn't we? We did see that.
We're not supposed to say that. We're supposed to
don't
be
say
shocked.
it.
Shocked! Oh my God,
Yeah,
that's
we
amazing.
don't- we don't
that
know.
is awesome,
Yeah.
though. Well done to you. We've got loads of winners, loads of
Blimey.
winners, loads of losers.
Lots of losers.
Every loser wins.
Oh yeah, don't start
Yeah,
singing.
yeah, I know, right? We'll have to put that. We'll have to get that sound right. Well done to everyone. Oh, well done to
Wow.
Rufus.
Thank you.
Hazel, you lost £1.50 for your 2.5
Wow.
award. Wow.
Wow.
Big clap, big clap, big clap, big clap, big
The
clap
big one.
button. And
All the claps.
hang on a second. I have here your 2.5 stone award from us.
Wow.
Congratulations. That's awesome. Oh, I'm so made up for you. That is really good. Well done, Hazel.
It's not easy though. Sometimes, is it? You know,
Oh,
it
sorry.
can be-
You need to lose 1.5. Oh.
Lost
We'll have it ready for you
£1.50.
next week. We'll have it for you next week, my darling.
We will.
I missed that. I didn't read
That's
that
all right.
properly. But well done anyway. Well
I
done.
say it's not
anyway.
easy, is it? Sometimes though.
Well done of software. Oh, Slimmer of the Week. Oh, I gotcha. That took me a
It's
little
for
while.
sure.
Grumpy loves your trifle, Rufus. There you go. See?
I know. I do like that.
I know. You're doing really
The
well,
vanilla
there, aren't you?
pudding.
Yeah, you're doing really
I
well. with it.
haven't actually had it lately, have I? That one, but I've been eating the jelly every day. But I've not been having.
Amazing, amazing.
I've not been having the vanilla pudding lately, but
Listen, I don't want to just focus on people that have had big losses. So if
No.
you haven't had a big loss,
That's
if you've
okay,
had a
yeah.
maintain or a gain
Yeah.
this week, share that as well if you
Yeah.
want to. You don't have to. But
No.
listen, if I was to show you my Slimming World book, which I might do sometime, you will see I go, last week I gained £0.5. I go up and down all the time, and I eat the same food week in, week out. It's just sometimes it's just the way the plan goes.
Yeah.
And sometimes we can all either
It's
lose
life, isn't
track,
it?
lose focus,
Yeah.
or just go, do you know what?
yeah.
I've had a really busy week. I had to stop off on a
Thing is,
motorway
though-
and get a Ginster's
But I
pasty
said the
or
thing
whatever.
is though,
It
like I
doesn't
say,
matter.
if you for some reason you've had a different meal or you couldn't get your usual food that you eat that would be sin free, and you just go for the lower option, but you don't get the result that week, that's fine. Like I say, sometimes if you then decided to not come and get any support and then carry on with the next meal and eating something else that you shouldn't, that's not going to get you the result at the end of the week, having another meal and then just falling off plan altogether. It's good to just, like say, come and just check in, because I think if you don't, I think you know, one day can lead into another day and another
Absolutely.
day and another
It
one.
can.
And
It can.
we've done that in the past and it doesn't work out well.
And if you are somebody that's had a gain this week, if you tried really hard and for whatever reason you still came in, you got on those scales and it wasn't the result you wanted, draw a line under this week.
That's it.
Maybe have a little look at some of your choices you made, have a look at some of your options. But if you are someone like me that can say hand on heart, I stayed totally on plan.
Yeah.
I weighed and measured my healthy extras, my healthy extra A, my healthy extra B. I was under my 15, 20, 25, whatever your sin allowance is, or your points or your calories, whichever plan you're doing. I was completely, absolutely honest with myself. There was nothing I snuck in. I didn't pick at this or pick at that.
I know at one time, like, say,
Hang on, and you still didn't get a loss, then don't worry about it, innit?
But I said before, you would have let it really get to you, and then you would have felt like, oh, what the bloody heck? Oh, I might as well just eat what the hell I like. If my weight's doing that up and down, out of control, out of your control, it would still make you feel like going, I'll just sod it all, because, but you don't do that anymore.
No.
Now you're a lot more calmer with the plan and go, you know, it will come if you stick with it and eat as clean as possible, you know, try and stick to the plan. Eventually it works.
That's what Kevin Costner said, wasn't it? If you build it, they will come.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
But yeah. So, you know, if you follow the plan, if you have any issues and that, you can always ask us questions, and if we don't know, we can find out for you.
We're not consultants on Simi World.
But
We've
we
just
can
been doing
find
it forever.
out. Yeah, but we can find, like I say, if there's
We
questions
will be
that
consultants one day.
there are some things, like I say, on plan that I still if and but about, kind of like, how does that even, you know, the things like about the bananas and about if you mash it and all of that stuff. But, well.
So, after Rufus weighed in, I got on the scales.
Yep.
Oh no, or did I go first?
No.
I went first this week.
Oh, yeah, you
sorry,
did,
I should have gone first. So I got on the scales this week, and I beforehand, bearing in mind last week I was a bit bunged and everything was a bit rubbish. I still over this past week I've still had some gastro problems. I have got an appointment on when's my appointment? Is it Friday? No.
Soon. It is. You said, is it
16th, Monday. I've got an appointment on Monday. So hopefully next week I'll have a bit of a clearer idea, at least of where I'm headed for the gastro stuff.
A bit of a clearer idea.
Well, we'll know something. Hopefully we'll know something. But anyway, so I weighed in this week.
Hang on.
I weighed in.
Yay!
No, I weighed in this week. I did get on the scales and I did come in with a loss. If you were here on Sunday's tarot reading over on the other channel, I had my Universe Answers deck, and I asked the cards, am I going to lose that 2.5 pounds, which was my goal for last week?
Yeah.
And that's what I really, really wanted to lose. And the card said many. So I asked again, and I said, so am I going to lose more than 2.5 pounds? And it said something like either definitely or yes. So I'm not going to say that was entirely predicted, but I got weighed, and I stood on the scales, and I came in with a £4 loss. A £4 loss. So I also get the clap this week. I do get a big clap. I know. I got the clap this week.
I know, right? You did.
And I do deserve the clap this week. I got a big dollop, big old dose of clap. I was a big old loser.
I know, right?
With a big old dose of clap this week. So thank you. I will happily take.
I said, and if you wasn't a little like the result you had last week, that wasn't what you was expecting, and then what have you done this week? You would have been slimmer in a week. I wouldn't have had it then.
I would have been, yeah. I would have been. But I'm not doing it for any of that.
We're not fighting for slimmer of the week, though.
No. But yeah, thank you. You do your weight even if you gain. You turned it around, and you can too. Your life changed with hormones and your health. Yep. Yeah. It's as we age, it gets harder and harder. It really does. You had a freaky result last week. You gained £0.5 pound when you were 100% on plan. Yeah. Yep, your consultant checked your food diary, said it looked good, and keep going, which you did, and got £2 off this week. Just keep going. I gained £0.5 last week.
Yeah.
I ate the same food this week.
Same food as me.
Same number of Syns.
Same everything.
Literally up like most Syns I had last week. I think I had one day where I had 13 and a half Syns. The rest of it, 8, some days 2.5.
I said
just
often,
depending on what I
said
fancied.
often, most days you have less Syns than me usually anyway.
And I gained £0.5 last week. This week, same number of Syns, same everything else, and I came with £4
But I said
off.
a lot, but still a lot
it is
of
what
the
it is.
health issues and stuff I said are all out of your control at the moment. So
so I don't beat myself up about it.
No.
I said in my group yesterday, I said, look, they were like, oh, you must be really happy with that. And I'm like, I am. I am genuinely happy that it's come off. Yeah. But in the same way that I don't beat myself up over a gain, I don't sit there and go, woohoo!
You normally,
over a
like I
loss.
say, if you get a certificate for you get to part of your weight loss where you start getting certificates. Usually, you wait like a couple of weeks after you've gone past, and then it goes on the cupboard in the kitchen.
Yes, and my 4 stone award is on my cupboard because I'm now at 4 stone 4.5 pounds, which is ridiculous. That is awesome. It also means, more importantly, I have crossed the halfway point.
Yep.
Which is bonkers. So when I first started on this time round, I had 117.5 pounds to lose to get to target. My current loss is 60 pounds 0.5, and which means I've got 57 pounds to get to target. I've done some maths. If I can get 3.5 pounds off every week, which is ridiculous, I'm not going to be able to achieve that, then I'll be at target within a year of starting back. If I go to like 2.5 pounds, which is a little bit more reasonable, but even then that's a lot for me.
So I say, even me, if I was to get anywhere near my 10 stone by beginning of October, that would be like just over £3 a week for me. Even I said, which is a lot of stress to put on yourself try and. But
I could be at target by the end of this year, which is ridiculous. Yeah. That would be over 8 stone that I would have lost at that point.
And you'd be a target member.
I'm doing it, I know.
And then you don't pay. As long as you keep within, is it £3 either side of your target?
I have never been at target at Slimming World in my life, and I can see it now.
Oh yeah.
And I want it now. So when I started back on plan, I was 23 stone 11.5. And I'm currently now 19 stone 7, so exactly a stone heavier than him, which is annoying. But I've got, as I say, I've got 4 stone to go until 4 stone and £1 to go until I hit my target. So it's doable now. I've got more than that off. That's bonkers.
But I said
absolutely
often
bonkers.
though, like I say, if people don't get the result that they want, I said sometimes people often know. You know where that's come from most of the time, but like I say, if you have health issues and other stuff that gets in the way, you know, a lot of the time things happen and it's out of your control. So you know, you just got to stick with it, persevere, keep coming and checking in with us, and we'll just keep going forward together. And
Christine Scott says, well done on your weight losses. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you. But
Joey says, you do weigh each week, but try to look at your overall weight loss per month.
That's it.
As weekly differences vary so much up and down. Well, it does.
It could be, like say, you've had a few drinks, you know, more than you did the week before you went and got weighed in. It could be a lot of things. Could be, you know, you had a snack before you went and got weighed.
Well, we talk about it every week.
Sorts,
You could have had a big poo.
Yeah.
You could have had a big poo.
And that's what a lot of people focus on, you know. Did you have
a big poo?
Did you have a big poo? And if you didn't, go sit on the loo before you go get weighed.
Well, you hear that, don't
you?
All the time. Hear that sometimes.
All the time.
Also, I've got to say, I mean, it's a bit different with Ruffus. Everybody else in the chat, listen.
Yeah.
Don't listen. Do you have a weighing in outfit? Like the same outfit every week? Because you do.
I do.
But yours is shorts and a t-shirt, and you wear the same shorts. Well,
even in winter.
You do. He does. Like all year round, shorts and a t-shirt. But his shorts and t-shirt are now smaller. I reckon if you were to wear your bigger shorts and a t-shirt one day, you will come in with a £2 gain.
Yeah.
Whatever you've lost, because your bigger clothes will weigh so much heavier than they are now.
3 sizes in my underwear. I've gone down 2 sizes in my shorts,
You know, there were strange.
But they were still a tiny bit bigger
Yeah.
than I should be, probably in an extra large in my shorts, if most.
You do know there are like strange pervy people on the internet that would go, "Oh, Rufus lost 3 sizes in underwear." Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Strangely,
You know that, don't you?
you wait until I've filled the burner bin up in the garden, and then I do on my old underwear. I do a burning ritual, and then dance around the burner bin while burning my underwear.
I'd like to say he's joking, but
No.
Joey, you wear the same leggings and t-shirt every
Exactly.
week. Do you know
Hurrah.
what? Do you know what? I have seen, not so much with this group. This group's
Yeah.
a lot more flexible with things like that. But I have seen at a previous group, right, somebody that started in the middle of summer,
Yeah.
right, in a little strappy dress, and I've seen them come in every week in that same frock, come in with thermal woolly, what are they, the lined leggings,
And then get
and
changed.
Ugg boots, and strip that off, strip off a sweatshirt,
on the
strip off a
Do you remember?
t-shirt.
We used to have someone at one of the old groups that used to be a biker. They would turn up and then have all their biking stuff on and have to get all unchanged just to get on the scale and then
Yes.
put all their biker stuff back on.
Yes, I've seen that. You donated your favourite coat this week as you and Grumpy could vote for it in it. Wow, that's amazing.
That's it, innit? It's just...
That is amazing. Byron, you always wear shorts and t-shirt year round, so by default you wear the
I know,
same.
right?
I know, right? This is it. I'm not being funny, but you know, the males of a certain age, non-binary folk also.
But lots of us have non-scale victories, even if you don't, see the result you want every week.
Wow.
You do get non-scale victories.
Shall we talk about my birthday present? One of my birthday presents. So a few weeks back on one of these lives, I'd bought a pair of trousers in Sainsbury's, which is a supermarket here in the UK, and they're, it's easy wear sort of fashion for people of a certain age. It's not the most fashionable, but it's all right. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not the cheapest, roughest, but it's all right. It's probably fast fashion. It's probably made in a sweatshop in China, like everything else is these days. But yeah, it's a bit uncomfortable with the old conscience. But so I got these trousers. I got them in a size 20. I thought there's no way they're going to fit, but I'll take them if I need to slim into them. That's fine. I put them on up around my belly, which is where I carry most of my weight, and they fitted, and they were quite comfortably loose. Yeah. So my birthday was coming up this week, and you said last week, and you said, "What do I want? What do I want?" So I got me buttons in here,
but
and a
you
few
said
other
how
bits.
much you like those,
And I really like them. But our dogs have an awful habit of sitting there, going, "Oh, I'll give you my paw," pulling the trousers, and then down they come because they're a little bit loose around my tummy now. Because again, I've probably had them 3 or 4 weeks, and I've lost a little bit of weight in that time. So. Okay, we're in Sainsbury's again, and I see the exact same pair. And Rufus went, would you want another pair in a smaller size? And I said,
you can,
yeah. And I said, well, I don't want to get the 18 because, like, I'll probably have the same problem. So I said, I'll tell you what, I get the size 16 and we can put them to one side. And when I slim down into them, it'll be really good. So didn't think about it, opened them up on my birthday, forgot. And then I tried them on. They're up around my tummy.
They fit.
A 6. Now listen, this is the only item of clothing that will go around my tummy at a 16. Yeah. But I was like, wow, that is ridiculous. So I now have them ready to wear, and me 20s that are now falling down.
That's one thing. I said,
I'm gonna have to donate.
I said that's one thing me and you spoke about, was that a lot of us seem to lose weight quicker than your mind catches up with you.
Yes.
So it's like you still think that you go, I need to get down into size, whatever, a size or so below in a t-shirt or trousers or whatever it is, to find that you guesstimated that, and actually you're a bit further along in your journey than you thought, and actually by the time you buy that clothing, you put it on and it's like already starting to be too big, and then you realise that you're not going to be in it very long before you end up having to buy some more clothes.
Absolutely. So then, that's everybody's weighing results. Thank you for sharing your weighing results. But listen, honestly, if you've had a rough week this week, or if you just decided, sod it, I'm just going to eat whatever the hell I want. If you have struggled, all I can say is the next meal is a new start. Even if you're planning your dinner right now and you're going to have a super healthy, like you're just going to eat mung beans and a lettuce leaf, and you think that's all I'm going to have, and then you get to dinner time and you end up with a KFC family size bucket for 7 people, and you eat it all yourself. As soon as you catch yourself, as soon as you realise, do you know what, I'm ready to restart, do it that meal. Right? So if it's the morning for your breakfast, instead of going, oh well, I messed up last night, I had that seven piece bucket or whatever it is.
In the past we would have gone, oh well, I'll start on Monday.
I'll wait till I get weighed and then I'll restart. And in that week you can put a stone on. I've done it. 17 pounds was my most. In a 10-day period. So just automatically go, do you know what? That was one meal.
Just draw the line and carry on. Is it?
One day out of 7, one meal out of 14 or 21 or 28, however many meals you eat a day. That's all it is. That's all it is. And don't ruin the rest of the week because of one day. It's not worth it.
But that one meal, I said, you would have to eat a hell of a lot to put, a big amount on. So you're likely to have one meal off or whatever and find that you've not done much damage. And if there is any slight amount that you might have put on, you can take that back off. By the time you get weighed in next, you could have took that off already.
Exactly. Absolutely.
To make the difference, isn't it? It's just,
right. The ident above your head has changed. It's time for Choosey. Transition button. There we go. Right. I've got the books here. So, first of all, I don't know what it currently stands at. So, hold them a second. Right, let's go on to the interwebs. Here we go. We'll go on to our page, which is that one there.
Both of our ones that we picked were in the same book.
In the, what was it? Love Desserts.
Love Desserts book.
Now, I'm kind of really hoping I win and we get the, what was it? Cappuccino pots, the coffee pots.
Oh, yeah.
Because the mincemeat that we thought would be dead easy to get hold of.
And we've got the chocolate in the fridge for it as well.
We have. Look, Rufus. Can you see the result?
Yes.
I will pull it up on screen. Right, let me pull that up
on
screen. Which one is it? It's going to be... Is it that one?
The baked apple.
Nope. Hold on a second, everybody. I will find a way of pulling it up on screen.
But yeah, so it seems that everybody has picked the baked apple.
It was the baked apple today. It really was. Right, there we go.
But I said also, just out of interest, did anybody know that when you go onto the app and you look up baked apple, that there is actually, if you cook a baked apple and you use one level spoon, it might be a 1 level tablespoon of mincemeat in your baked apple, it's actually your healthy extra. So believe that or not.
I don't know.
Yeah, we looked it up.
There we go.
We looked it up online because the mincemeat that we used to buy used to be called Meridian mincemeat, and it was a no sugar, no added sugar mincemeat, which is what we used to get. But I think they've stopped making it for some reason, or unless it's only seasonal. We've not been able to buy any because we prefer the no added sugar mincemeat. But we looked up mincemeat online, and when we was looking up, it said baked apple and 1 level tablespoon, I think, of the mincemeat is actually your healthy extra.
Yep.
How bizarre.
I know. But
yeah, we're going to be doing baked apple.
31 votes and, well, I can't quite read it on that screen. 31 votes and 68% of the vote to 32. You have got
baked
the
apples.
baked apple. So baked apple is what we are going to cook.
Yeah.
One day this week coming, we will
That'd be
film it
really
and
nice.
we'll upload it all.
Do you know,
and
I can't even remember when we ever last had baked apple.
I can't remember the last time we had a pudding properly,
No,
to be honest.
no.
So
I
that
think-
is going to be
And I don't even think we've ever made baked apple like
no,
that.
not
I
like
don't
not,
think
I
we
don't,
have.
I haven't.
No.
I haven't ever.
I always remember baked apples though. People would put like demerara sugar and some fruit
Yep.
and stuff in them,
But not on this one.
No.
Because it's on
No.
plan.
No.
So then that's what we're going to cook this week
Yeah.
for Choosey. Now, we were going to do the same thing and go through the magazine and get 2 recipes from the magazine this week, but we decided against it. We decided against it because...
baked apple.
Are you looking at it again? Yeah, right, well...
I know everybody want to see the lovely baked apple.
It won't look like that. It won't look... By the time we're done with it, it won't look like that.
And that would be oozing with mincemeat.
Okay, so that was last week.
Well, I said, and as well...
Stop talking about last week.
But as well, the baked apple, there's actually quark in this recipe that goes inside it. So I'm really like interested to see how that is going to come out. Anyway, so that'll
That'll
be
be
really
instead
good.
of like a cream or
yeah.
something, or
yeah,
buttercream
so you're putting
or
quark
something.
in it. So yeah.
Apple and cheese is quite nice.
Yeah,
right
so
then,
it's your
so this week we went back to choosing from different books. So do
We
you
did.
want to go first? What have you choosied? By the way, if you don't know what Choosey is, it is where we go through the Slimming World books. I can show you, in fact, because... Oh, no, I can't because I took it off. But literally what we do for Choosey is we'll grab a book and go, do I want to do this book or
this
this
one?
one? And I'll say, oh, I'll do this one actually. And then we get the next book and go, do I want to do this, stay with this book or swap it for that one? I'm going to stay with this one. And then we go, well, do I, next book, do I want to keep this one or swap it? I'll swap it for that.
bear in mind, we've not looked inside the books.
No.
And once you've picked your book, if there's stuff in there that you don't really fancy doing, you've just got to pick a recipe out of the book.
That you might want.
That-
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. Right then, so what have you choosied first off?
I have picked...
And the name and the way it's done is by what she called a lol cow,
Yep.
Amber Reed.
I have picked creamy mustard pork with greens. I don't you see the picture.
Yeah,
So yeah,
creamy mustard pork.
it's
With
creamy mustard pork with greens, and it's a free. So there's no sins in
read
it.
that bit.
It says mustard and pork is a match made in heaven, and this super slimming supper will keep the whole family happy. It's
Where does the cream come from?
serves 4 people. It's because it's got quark in it as well. The quark is obviously to make the sort of you would use instead of cream.
Oh, okay.
It's speed, so SP, and free. So yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Really?
it's an SP.
Yeah.
It's an SP one with
SP meal,
with
yep.
quark. Yeah.
Because we've got spring greens, there are mushrooms, onions, pork fillet with visible fat removed, green, it says cabbage roughly chopped, spring greens, quark, and chopped gherkins that go into it as well. So yeah.
That's really cool. And
And
what book's
obviously
that
the mustard
from?
powder. This is the
Free Food Feast.
Free Food Feast. And this
So it's
is
another old
book that we've picked up as well. Cause
I
we
tell you
didn't have
what.
this one.
I tell you what. Next week,
Yeah.
we've got a countdown. So next week we'll be getting the street food book.
Yeah, we
The
will.
new book. We haven't got that yet. This is also an old book, the Free Food A to Z. And so I picked this up this week at group actually, because again, they were the only ones we haven't got.
And I have no idea, like say, what you've picked. No idea at all.
So well,
will
we
find out.
We did see a rather bizarre recipe that
Oh.
we're going to do at group in a couple of weeks' time because we've got another taster
Yeah.
session
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
So we're going to do one for them. There was a couple of lamb dishes in here.
Oh, yeah.
It might not just be the lamb, love. It might be how it's cooked.
I don't know.
So,
Couldn't tell you. I
but
have no
you know
idea.
we've got that tagine in there, which is supposed to be good for like cooking things slowly, and lamb you're supposed to cook in a tagine. You don't have to pick it. You don't have to pick it because you know what he's like with lamb. So I decided to go with a baked spaghetti pie. It's got no lamb in it. This is the recipe. Now, this is bonkers.
Let them have a close look at that.
Look at... Hang on, which way is it? Look at that.
Way. It's
spaghetti in a pie. Spaghetti in a pie.
Could you imagine doing it at Halloween and putting it in a mould of a brain?
Has anybody seen Lost Boys, right? You know that really old ancient vampire film from like last century? One of my favourite movies, right? Yeah. In that movie, when David he makes them eat noodles. He's eating noodles, and he says, "It's worms. You're eating worms," and he drops it, and it goes on the floor. This is what that looks like.
That's the one. It's got eggs and stuff in it.
It's got eggs in it
and pepper and stuff.
So I saw that. This is why I bought the book, because I picked it up and I went, no,
spaghetti pie.
No, spaghetti pie. Spaghetti in a pie. And it does not compute. So, it's up to you. There's a normal meal, which sounds really delicious. A creamy pork thingy with loveliness.
My meal is SP, so it's like...
This isn't SP, but it is free and it is vegetarian. It isn't vegan, unfortunately, Byron, because it's got eggs in it. So, what it says, to try and make it sound delicious, right?
Well, the thing is,
should I do my BBC voice?
If you didn't put the eggs in it, there wouldn't be another way of sort of binding it together. I'm not sure, because obviously
it's going to be stodgy as all hell.
Yeah, you're going to bake it.
Shall I do the BBC voice? Me. Baked spaghetti pie. This ingenious twist on pasta frittata serves up spaghetti like you've never seen it before. For this recipe, you will need 300 grams of dried spaghetti, 300 grams of prepared courgette, 300 grams of prepared squash noodles, and a jar of roasted peppers, and a load of other stuff, with 4 eggs and 300 grams of fat-free natural cottage cheese.
Nice.
So basically, you've got real spaghetti.
It's a bit of a cheesy one.
And then all of the other stuff. I mean,
it looks interesting. People will want to see what this one comes out like.
It looks like
how you'd like bake a cheesecake or something.
No, it looks like something you'd make for the birds.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't it? You know, like when
looks more like eating mess.
No, it looks like a bloody mess. Or like, you know when you get the when you get the pasta in a packet. And you get the little flavour sachet and you've got to bung it in, the ramen. That just looks like it's in a packet still.
It does. It does actually look a bit like that, does it?
Right, look at this. Look at this. Think back.
And
early 2000s. Hang on. Early 2000s, Justin Timberlake hair. That other one from NSYNC.
It looks like a bird's nest.
It does, that's what I mean. So that is going to be, these are your 2 Choosey options. The proper meal, sounds lovely, which has got... What is it? Pork and cheesy stuff and greens and lovely vegetables and everything else.
Is an SP meal. So,
yeah,
and
SP, good for weight losses.
So, yeah.
That looks lovely. Sounds lovely.
Got loads of speed stuff in it.
With
so
speed.
Or lots of speed added.
A thing made out of a thing.
A bird's
that
nest.
Makes me think of eating worms.
It's a bird's nest. It really is.
And Justin Timberlake's hair. So... You know, I please don't choose this because I really don't want to eat it. I don't want to eat it. I just wanted to see your face when I pulled it out on camera. Right, this. So yeah, this is one where I will be more than happy to take the loss. I do not mind losing on this at all.
I think everybody's going to vote for you.
Oh, Byron,
now.
Byron, you're a sod. Byron likes the look of the spaghetti pie.
Yes.
You liar. You liar. You just want to see me squirm. I don't think
I want to see you make it now.
No, I'm not going to bloody make it. You can do one. The only way I'm going to make it. No, I'm not even going to say that. If you lot vote for it, if you vote for it, I'll do it. But please don't vote for it. Seriously, what we were saying is Christmas time. You can not Christmas time, Halloween time. You can make this. You know the jelly molds you get that look like brains. Make this. Put a little bit of tomato puree in it, so it's a bit, the right. put that in on that jelly mold thing. It will look like a bowl of brains.
It will. Nice.
Please don't vote for this. Seriously, don't vote for this.
But
You
at
don't
least-
like pork.
but I said-
You're not eating it, Dormouse.
But at least you'd get a practice run before the taster.
No, because I wasn't actually going to. Did you see their faces when I said to 3 of the older ladies? One of them is she 80, Patricia.
Yeah.
She's part of our social team. She does she takes your book and opens it and does all that for on the social table. She had her 80th birthday. We were like,
this year.
how are you 80?
Yeah.
You look amazing.
This
Anyway,
year she had a birthday. Yeah.
And I said to her, have you ever seen or heard anything like that? And she went, oh no, I don't like the sound of that. I said, neither do I. What bloody horrible that is. So please don't vote for... What have I done?
Yes, please vote for Lisa.
No,
yes.
Don't vote for it.
I want to see it.
We
'cause
will honour the result. No,
I can
shut
cook,
up.
I can cook this anytime, this
No,
one.
you can't.
And this one is
Shut
special.
up. No, please don't.
It's a bit like Lisa. She is very special.
No. Right, so anyway, this week's Choosey, you've got a choice of
dear.
pork or...
pie.
Oh no, I've lost the book. I can't find the recipe.
A pork or a brain pie.
I think I'd rather eat brains. I would, because if I
Well, at
win,
least you can
if I win
slice
this,
it. You can slice it just like a pizza.
if I win this, it says 4 to 6 people. If I win this, you're eating this on your own. You're eating all of this. Look at this.
Looks like someone's put a torch to it and give it a bit of a flame grill top, haven't they?
It looks bloody horrible.
It looks like someone's burnt the top.
How
But it's not. That's peppers, I think. They put on the top.
How does Slimming World come up with this? How does Slimming World come up with this? I
They're
swear down.
Master chefs.
Master bakers, master something, and I said that
Yes.
right there, master bakers.
Master chefs.
I think they were off their game on that one. But
They
you know
are.
what? It was even funnier, right? Because after I said to the 2 women, I said, "You'll never guess. You'll never guess." I said, "I'll find it for you." And I'm looking in here. This is A to Z, and it's cooked under. So I'm going
Yes.
spaghetti. I
That's,
couldn't find it.
Spaghetti.
I
It's A
couldn't
to
find
Z.
it.
It's
Couldn't
under
find it.
pasta.
It was under P for pasta. So for a split second, I'm stood there going, have I had a stroke? Did I imagine that?
No.
Did I make
no,
that
you
up?
didn't. No.
I went, I showed you it, didn't I? You went,
Yes,
yeah. I
yes.
said, oh, okay, so it is real.
It's real.
But yeah, we found it. So
It's definitely real.
yeah, so please don't vote for that because I really don't fancy eating it. I should have gone for this. Baked potato and spinach.
It looks like sprouts. Doesn't it look like sprouts?
Gnocchi.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
interesting.
but anyway, it looks a lot better than the blooming brain pie. So then, yes, that'll be your Choosey
Nothing wrong
options
with
for later
brains
today.
pie.
Shall we tell them again what yours is?
Mine is not brain.
Delicious creamy mustard pork
Yes.
with greens. It will make any family super happy. You'll be in heaven with this delicious meal or
Yes.
brains. So those are your options. This lovely, look how delicious that looks. Doesn't it look delicious?
The greens.
The green
And it's an
vegetables.
SP meal.
SP,
Yes.
super healthy.
It is an SP
lovely,
meal.
Lovely bit of cream.
It
Oh,
is.
it looks amazing. Doesn't it make you want to eat
It
that?
looks lovely.
It looks absolutely lovely. That or some old brain pie. Those are your options for Choosey. You'll be able to vote on it. I'll take the pictures and put it up straight after this. Please don't vote
Yes,
for Choosey.
yes,
Please don't
yes.
vote for brain pie.
I'm going to vote for you.
You bloody better
Yes.
not do.
I will. Don't worry, I will vote for you. I didn't vote for myself this week, or you, but I will
I
vote for
didn't even
you
vote-
this one. Oh yes,
I
it's
thought.
worth my vote. That is.
Can I just say, right? It was my birthday last week, and I didn't have a single coffee flavoured any. Well, this week wasn't it? Was it this week? No, last week.
we've
I
still
didn't
got
have
it.
a coffee flavoured pudding. I thought you'd have all been really super nice to me and voted for my cappuccino pot so I could have a lovely coffee pudding
bought
on my
chocolate.
birthday.
We bought some. I can't remember what that is. It Lind or Lint?
It was
or
the
Lint chocolate.
85% dark cocoa.
Yeah.
So yes,
for the little pots of.
they're all. Look at this. Look at this.
Right.
Byron wants the spaghetti pie.
Yes.
Christine, bird's nest pie.
Yeah, bird's nest pie.
Dormouse
for you.
doesn't like pork. Joey sounds appealing.
Anybody
Brains.
into brains?
Your face speaks volumes. It does. Vote for Rufus on this
Yes.
week's Choosey, everybody. That sounds delicious. So then, the final bit of today. What have I done? I've really dropped the ball on that now. I've really dropped the ball on that.
Yeah.
No, so it's fine.
Well, it's more like
it's
you,
fine.
you dropped yourself in that one.
No,
Yes.
no, it's fine. Listen,
You put your foot in that one.
No,
Yeah.
no. I have complete faith in our audience. Our audience, our subscribers are some of the most loveliest, kindest, caring individuals
I know,
ever.
and it's going to be a thing where we'll be finding the most amazing recipes to put on here for all of you to see.
We will. The lovely, delicious ones. Our
Yes.
audience is amazing. There is no way that they you wouldn't do. Oh, that's just wrong screen. You wouldn't do that to me. So I have faith that you won't do that to
Don't
me.
worry, I will vote for you. I will vote for
Well,
you.
I'll vote for you to counteract it then. And I've got the other channel's email account as well, so I can use that one and vote for you twice.
Have I got any other accounts?
Don't start that. Don't start that. I'll be going online going...
Oh, I have actually.
I'll be going online going Lisa from Slimming World 1 at gmail.com, Lisa from Slimming World 2 at gmail.com, Lisa from... I say from Slimming World. Lisa does Slimming World.
If
not
she
from
can
Slimming
remember
World.
any of them, then yeah, .com.
What will the dogs think? I don't even think the dogs will be able to eat it because although they can have a little bit of cheese with a quark, I don't think they'll eat the spaghetti.
Elvie would. Elvie.
Even if it's gluten free, I don't think. Oh no, I can't. That would just be it.
We have got gluten-free pasta. Yes, we have.
Anyway,
Spaghetti.
Rufus, what goals have you got this week? If
Um,
I have to eat brain pie,
This week, I want to lose £3 and then I get my next award.
you do?
So yeah,
Yeah.
I want to lose. Yeah, so I want to lose £3. So I'm gonna try and have a good week like the one I've just had, and hopefully come in with. Well, actually, this week as well. This week coming because we don't have our consultant is being trained up. So she's not there at the moment, but we've got an older consultant who's coming in to cover for this week, so it would be nice to see her. Yeah. Well, what are you doing? So yeah. But I'm hoping that I will lose £3 and see... Oh, did I not?
No.
Well, no one knows who. Do they?
Anyway,
Of course not. No one knows. No. No one knows. You never heard nothing.
you're in trouble.
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
My goal this
I'm
week.
always in trouble.
Not with me.
I'm
My-
always in trouble.
My weight loss goal
Yeah.
this week is also for £3 because that will get me my 4.5 stone award. So you're going for your 6.5. I'm going for my 4.5.
But if I get 3, I will hit my next award spot on.
Yep.
So
I'm
I'm hoping for that.
I want at least 3 as well because that will get me my 4.5 stone award, which will be absolutely bonkers.
I don't want
Absolutely
basket in a week
bonkers.
though. Even
No,
if
neither
I'm-
do I. Don't want that. I do want my award. That would be really lovely to have.
And I
actually
like the
this week coming.
stickers. And occasionally we
The
get a
shinies.
magnet. You get a magnet for your fridge or something.
Stimmer of the month.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what about a non-Stimmy World goal? As you can see, the background hasn't changed. I did get a curtain from there and string across, but it looked really odd. So I do still need to sort this room out, but that's going to be an ongoing goal.
Yeah.
So a non-Slimming World goal for you this week.
I think I've just been, like I say, trying to move a bit more and plan things that I need to get done just so that I'm a bit more productive. And I think that helps. I think I'm making sure I get up when I'm supposed to get up, and yeah, just to try and get more things that I need to get done,
Yep.
and make those things happen rather than
Yeah.
trying to do that, not really always accomplishing the things, and then things get put to one side for a while, and then so yeah, just to try and be a bit more productive in the
Okay.
week. And
So also, if you want to share your goals with us, as Joey84's just done in the live chat, do share your goal with us if you want to, because again, it's the same thing when we type it and when we put it on the app, it kind of makes it a bit more solid in your brain, doesn't it? By the way, Rachel also said spaghetti pie.
Yeah. But yeah, if you, like I say, if you put it in...
The poll will be up straight after this.
I think as well, although it sounds a bit crazy, like I say, that if you put in your mind what you want for the coming week, you're more likely to mostly get what you want. But obviously, it's better than just going, oh, well, any loss will do. If you say, you know, you really aim for £2 or £3, whatever it is, and you'd be happy with that loss that week, what are you going to do this week to get that loss? You know, you've got to put things in place so that, you know, whether it be making sure you prep your meals, that you've got enough things lined up for the next 2 or 3 meals, and that you've got that stuff in place so that you don't go and eat other things that you shouldn't, you know, that you don't want to be eating on plan.
Joey, you've got £2 for your Stone Award, so this will be ready for you. This will be waiting for you for you to claim with a big old clap this coming week. Dormouse, your goal is an even £0.5 as a fair fluid overload this week, and having to still increase your salt intake. Wow. Yeah. So good luck for that for you, my darling. We've got a few of us doing the £3 club this week, haven't we, at group? Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. It will be what it will be. I am going to try my absolute hardest. Also, you may have noticed I have scheduled next week's live stream already, and I'm trying. My goal this week, as far as the channel is concerned, is to really sort my act out in getting things uploaded on schedule, having the various videos set up all in advance so that everything can get looked at from the algorithm, and so that hopefully you can all see it. So do help us with that by hitting that bell button.
I know, I'm so looking forward to your pie.
No, I'm really hoping. My goal this week, I'm manifesting.
Are you?
Because that's what we're talking about. When you make your goals and you set them as a target. So I'm going to manifest. That's from Wicked. Everybody choose the choosey pork.
Everybody choosey pie.
Everybody choosey creamy mushroom pork. Everybody elegant namen. Don't choose the one that looks like ramen. It will make me poo horrible. I will feel really poorly. Elegant namen. Manifesting lots of votes for the pork. And on that, I will say goodbye, everybody. Kimberly wants to lose 2. Let's see how we do this week, everybody. Kimberly, your parcel's going out first thing in the morning. It's boxed and ready. And so, yay, let us know when you get that. So then, everybody, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We have been, well, it's been controversial today. Don't make me eat brain pie. That just, I think I would rather eat actual brain pie than spaghetti pie.
I really enjoyed tonight.
I really enjoyed tonight. It's been fun. We like doing these live streams. So don't forget, if you want to join us, we're back next Wednesday at 6:30 here on Beyond Authentic Health. In the meantime, Rufus, we will end it as we always do. Stay you, stay true, stay authentic, and
happy slimming.
Happy slimming. Don't choose spaghetti pie. Bye, everybody. Don't choose it. No. Don't make me eat spaghetti pie. Bye.
See you next week.